Look at this, everybody. I've got Rome equipped. We have a Emperor standard online map with, I should say, 6-player continents. I've got a huge mug of tea in my hand. This can only be the start of another, guide playthrough about how to win. We're going to be doing religious victory this time. I hope everyone's good. I'm Ursa Ryan, nice to see you, thanks for watching again. This is a guide that will be taking us through everything to do with getting a religious victory, and specifically getting a religious victory with a civilization such as Rome, who, you can look at this all you want, do not have any inherent bonuses towards getting a religious victory. We haven't skewed the map at all. This is a regular map. I haven't put more mountains on. I haven't put more rainforests on. I haven't put more tundra on. None of these changes have been made. I've got it on random AIs. It is possible to get a religious victory without necessarily playing as Russia on a tundra map, although it does help. Russia on a tundra map are it's the easiest religious victory you're going to get. This is going to be a guide for everybody, and I genuinely think religious victories are one of the strangest but most satisfying victories you can get, because you can focus just on religion and you'll either win or you don't. But to get the best religious victory, you need to play with a lot more in mind than just religion. Now, what do I mean by that? Obviously, holy sites are going to be the most important thing you get on a religious victory. These things give you extra faith per turn. They have lots of different ways of getting adjacency, mountains being the big ones, but also natural wonders are also a huge one, adjacent woods, adjacent districts, all the usual stuff that goes on there. Unless you have a particularly good start, you may not get a start that gives you huge holy site bonuses. This is a really good example of a start where I'm looking at this and thinking, yeah, okay, I've got a couple of woods, that's fine, but I've only got the one mountain. This is a terrible start. There's no extra ways of getting faith. So you have to think about it. What is the aim of the game in a religious victory? And quite simply, you need to make sure that your religion is spread over half of these cities in every civilization across the map. There's a couple of caveats here. Now, your religion, okay, that's good. What about other religions? What if we suppress other religions? What if we use what little faith we've got to target religions as they're founded? That's one way of doing it. But also military might. What happens if somebody else brings up a religion and we conquer them? Because, we can. There's lots of different ways of looking at a religious victory, and because of that, whilst holy sites I would class to the most important districts, and you should have a holy site in every single one of your cities on the map, campuses are also going to be important. We need to keep religiously relevant. We need to make sure that we have at least one of harbour and commercial hubs. So again, we're thinking campuses and maybe 2/3 of our cities, and exactly the same thing. Harbours and commercial hubs, they give us trade routes which help us to spread our religion, but equally they give us money, they let us get some more stuff with allies. Generally speaking, they can be really, really good at keeping us relevant in the game. Industrial zones will help us, again, I'm thinking maybe half the cities. You kind of want your best cities with an industrial zone. That'll help us keep an army relevant into the later stages of the game, and don't forget your baths or your aqueducts as you're going through that stage of the game. They are very, very useful, and also your canals. It'll all help with your industrial zone adjacencies. But we also want to think about a couple of the civics as well. Obviously, getting through to theology and Reformed Church are the most important things for our civics, but we want to be doing that quickly. And to do it quickly, we need monuments and we need theatre squares. Theatre squares are as important as campuses. Entertainment complexes. Again, entertainment complexes, don't worry about those until you've unlocked natural history. Once you've got water parks, you can get things like zoos and aquariums, which are the only reason you would build either of those districts. But as I say, theatre squares are important. Keeping our culture nice and relevant is going to be a really, really big deal. Religion's weird. Lots of faith, yes, we need lots of faith to do that. But we need to be playing a good game, our best game. If we don't have our best game being played, we're going to quickly fall behind and not be relevant. you're either going to suppress the game by using faith to buy endless missionaries, endless apostles, or you're going to have to use production to build an army and take out at least one religion, and use your production to build some wonders which are going to help us in the game later on. A nice even game is going to be the best thing here. So we start in the way that every good Civilization game starts, the turn 1 decisions. We look at this and we think, what can we do? Now, remember, the most important thing that you can be doing is to get as many 4+ yield tiles as you can within your city borders. 4 yield tiles are any tile with a combination of either a bonus or luxury resource, a hill, or rainforest and forest. You need 2 of those things. If you've got 2, you're going to have some sort of yield that gives you 4 yields effectively. So we've got 3 food, 1 production, 2 food, 2 production, 1 food, 3 production. We've got all kinds of options. Over here we've got a big gold tile. Gold is a very important thing in the game, but I wouldn't necessarily rush that. We've also, over here, got a culture. Do you see that? Do you see how different this is? This bananas tile is giving us 3 food and 1 production. This one is, again, they're still neither on hills. This one's it's also giving us culture and production. That means there's a natural wonder over here. That's interesting. That's really, really interesting. So we're going to head in that direction with our warrior. You can see there's hills here. There's hills here. I'm going to move it just onto this hills tile, which will show us some stuff. Yeah, look at this, 2 cultures. So there's definitely a natural wonder over in this direction. So that's going to be really good for early game faith generation. God, that is lucky, because this was looking like an appalling start. But this is fine. We're going to be showing different ways of getting faith. But where are we going to build the city? Do I build the city on this tile? Well, no, not necessarily. This is a 4 yield tile. If I settle on top of that, we're not going to get much for it. And equally, with Rome, I need to be thinking about things like aqueducts. I don't need to particularly be building an aqueduct over here, but I'm thinking if I do build an aqueduct in this direction, then maybe I could be building industrial zones. I've got to be thinking about holy sites as well. A holy site, ideally, would be next to a mountain and with 2 forests full of adjacency. That would be a fun thing to do, although I could be getting the rainforest adjacency as well. There's lots of rainforest adjacencies there, so actually this is looking like a really handy place for a holy site. Just here, right next to the mountain, with a couple of other bits and pieces around it. That's good. So, where am I going to stick my city? Well, if I stick my city here, I could build an aqueduct in this, eventually get rid of that tile. I hate. Yeah, that's a later game one. That's fine. So let's do that. We're gonna get Bath there, and we're gonna put the city here. That'll be good for now. So let's move my person over. See what more of the map we discover. Got loads of flat land over here to give us lots of food. Let's see what this is. There we go. The Piao Piauta. I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry, Kiwis out there. That is a terribly difficult thing to name, but it is a wonderful natural wonder, this one, because it's a 3 tile one, which means if we stick cities all around it in different directions, we can probably be getting a huge amount of faith, which is quite cool. Our capital isn't going to be anywhere near it, but provides 1 culture and 1 gold to each adjacent tiles. Unfortunately, that's going to be lost a little bit by the fact that I'm going to be sticking holy sites on those exact tiles, but this is good to know. Good to know that we've got a natural wonder here. Let's just stick down Rome. We've got Rome, wonderful. We've actually got 4 era score already. Ideally, we'd like to get a Dark Age in the start of the game, but that's unnatural. It's just not going to happen with a start like this. We're going to lock in this bananas. The computer often wants to lock in the 3 production tile. I don't want to. I'd rather get Rome up to 4 or 5 population as soon as I can. Apart from that, so far, so good, really. I'm just trying to think. We'll think about research now. What researches do I want? Well, I want to build a holy site as soon as I can. That is the most important thing I can do. But we're then looking to unlock horses and iron relatively quickly, and I'd quite like to have a campus as well. We're going to go for holy site and campus as my 2 starting districts. Why in particular? Well, I want to keep my science nice and high, and I want the first religion. The first religion is going to be really important. I also want to be going down the civics tree, and I want to be unlocking theology as soon as I can to be getting temple as soon as I can. Why? Because I want to get apostles. The first person in the game to get apostles to be the first person that improves my religion, because the first improved religion gets huge bonuses because you get all the best stuff. Equally, it'll let me get lots and lots of faith up early in the game, so that I can jump immediately on other religions on this continent that get founded, and then I can look to bring my military might against people who refuse to follow my religion otherwise. So the immediate question is, what do we do with first production? Now, Rome starts me with a monument. I always like going for a monument as soon as I can because, quite frankly, it is just the best start. But I don't need a builder. I've got 3 4-yield tiles and another 2 4-yield tiles, and actually I've got a 5th one over here. So there's loads of yield that I've got in the starting area. Rome is going to grow comfortably, and actually I'm not going to have irrigation or animal husbandry for about 10 turns. So I'm not building builders. Scouts are fine, but they die very quickly. I'd rather have them stay relevant for longer, so I'm going to go for a slinger. We're going to get a slinger, possibly 2, depending on how quickly Rome grows. Get the holy site, and then go for an immediate settler to be settling round this natural wonder. Hopefully, there aren't going to be any city-states that plunk themselves down in the immediate area, but we'll see. Oh, a moderate flood on turn 1. Oh, yay. This is good. Did it at least give me some yields? No. It didn't give me any additional yield. It was the most pointless flood ever, and it didn't actually damage my city as well, so I'll forgive it this once. But goodness, that could have gone terribly bad. And actually the coast around here as well, so lots of interesting places to settle around here. Go on, goody hut. Early Empire. Not a bad one, not a bad one. I mean, it's not the best, because I was going to, get high population pretty quickly, actually, but never mind. It all helps. In a religious victory, pantheons are important. We want to go for God King as soon as we can. That will help us to get the pantheon nice and quickly. We're going to go for discipline because I'm not planning on building any scouts. I often recommend that you don't do that unless you need to really particularly run away. Actually, look. The coast is blocked off this direction, so actually we may not be able to put 3 cities around this natural wonder, unfortunately, but, we'll definitely be able to put at least 2. I can put a city over here, which will give me this tile. I can put a city up here, which will give me this tile. So, okay, it's possible. It's possible. Actually, this would be a really, really good seaport town, actually. Look at this. If I stick a city centre there, stick myself a harbour over here, that's amazing. The adjacency on that harbour is just beautiful. And then we put a holy site down here. Yes, I can't get a bath in this particular city, but you don't need one absolutely everywhere. I mean, they're great, but I mean, look at that. For the extra gold I'll get per turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gold per turn on that. Whoa, salivating. Doesn't matter which ones you go for right at the start of the game. I quite like going for colonialization because it gives me extra settler speed. I also quite like getting the governor titles as well, so I'll probably go for state workforce afterwards. Mysticism is good if you think you're going to be able to build the oracle. I don't think I'm going to because I'm not focused on it, so we'll go straight for political philosophy after that, and we'll dump straight into theology after that one. So yeah, you can see the rough route we're taking. It's not set in stone. I need to get as many cities up as I can nice and quickly because Rome puts an instant monument in each single one of those, which is fantastic. Really, 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 really good. Let's see, where's this second citizen actually being put now? Oh, look, another flood. That has actually given me a little more stuff up that way, but never mind. Where's it? You see, look, here we go, the production tile. I told you it likes to put down on the production tile. It's mad. Let's get another slinger. Actually, this will work quite well. We'll go for 2 turns, and then we'll build our holy site. That'll be fine. We're going to use the slinger just to explore. For now, there's no harm in doing that, but we're keeping our troops, relatively close to the city, because barbarians will ruin your day very quickly. Another goody hat. Irrigation. Actually, that's quite handy. We're going to need irrigation pretty soon. Okay, Rome is doing good. Rome is doing good for now. We're going to get straight into building a holy site. Look, already we've got +2 adjacency on that, which is very good. Use our gold just to rush by the tile. I'm going to get my slinger to come and just investigate over here, just in case there are any more mountains I can abuse. But now we've got astrology, we need to think, right, what are we going to improve? We've got 4 turns. 4 turns until I can start building builders, so I don't want to rush animal husbandry. Maybe no point in doing that, but irrigation might be a pretty good one to go for, because I've got a luxury over there and I've got 2 bananas that can all be improved. So yeah, maybe irrigation would be a good thing to do. Let's go for pottery, follow it up with irrigation, that'll be fine. God, we are desperate to flood right now, but it's good. It's giving me good yields. It's killing my city, but giving me good yields. So we've actually got now another couple of 3 yield tiles. This is good. This is actually good. Rome, just keep flooding. Do your thing. Now, where's this extra person here? Okay, we're going to make sure both bananas are being worked. Here, I want to make sure we continue growing, so I'm just going to move to that extra food tile. Rome, as I say, population 5 is pretty much the important thing that I can do. I've finally seen a barbarian, and we've got a city-state down here. Let's quickly go and explore that one. Why not?